between classes, I'm going to play some music, all Christian music. And it's funny, a sister in Cambodia asked me, she's like, do you listen to anything other than Christian music? I said, well, I did. I did for like 32 years, but not the last year, just because, and I don't judge anyone that doesn't listen to Christian music, but for me, if I don't fill my head with it every single day, I stumble. I make a mistake. I do something I shouldn't do. So for me personally, I've been compiling my playlist of Christian music or spiritual music, about God and Jesus. And for me personally, I just have to fill my head with it every day. I have to, because the one day I don't, I fall. This is a guy, Josh Garrels, really good guitarist, good lyrics. You check him out sometime. All right, thanks, guys. So, he says, I'm the way. It's like a directional, geographical point. We know which way to go. So he's got to be there. Wherever we go, he's got to be there. So we're going to talk about this next 15 minutes or so. What are some other reasons that we'd want to follow Jesus and go that way? Well, this is one reason. This is happening, right? That can help us not want to be of the world, not to be in the world. It's crazy, right? What's happening in America right now? People are angry. And this is not to sensationalize any of this or to make us scared. I got a point. This is good news. This is like the best news ever. These guys. So that's another reason to not want to be of this world. This guy. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard your parents, and I'm sure I believe he's the king of the north. But this is real. Like, he says our borders don't end anywhere. That's what he's saying. So this is real, Like I said, I'm going somewhere with this. I don't want us to be scared. This is just reality. This is one reason for us to not want to be of this world. Like I said, I do not want this. Just like I said, I don't. I'll just go to the next slide. This is what I'm trying to say. Do you know the most frequent command in the Bible? If you guys heard my talk last week, the most frequent command in the Bible.
Fear not.
Very good. Did you guys hear what she said? Do not be afraid. I just learned this. Or fear not, whatever version, fear not, do not fear. I love that. I think it's like, I heard someone say it's like over 300 times, maybe even 365 times. If that's true, that's cool. For every day. Do not be afraid. Do not fear. Can someone read this for me? A volunteer, please. It's a well-known story, or an account. It's been passed down. I'm sure you know it, but thank you.
On that day, when evening had come, he said to them, "Let us go across to the other side." And leaving the crowd, they took him with the boat just as he was, and there were other boats with him. And a great windstorm arose, and the waves were breaking into the boat, so the boat was already filling. But he was in the stern, asleep on the cushion. And they woke him and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" And he woke and rebuked the wind, and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. He said to them, "Why are you so afraid? Have you still no faith?" And they were filled with great fear and said to one another, "Who is this that even the wind and sea obey him?"
Thanks. I love this account. Right? So for those that weren't quite following what was happening, Jesus and his disciples are in a boat. It's probably a small boat, right? And back then they had no idea how deep the sea was. Right now we have technology where we can find out how deep it is. They probably thought it was, they're probably really intrigued and curious, and maybe even scared of sea. They didn't really know how deep it was, I believe. And the storm's coming around, the wind's blowing, the water's coming in the boat. I love that Jesus is sleeping. Either like he just had amazing peace, he just knew that his Father was always with him, or that he was just exhausted from I don't one or the other. But I love that he was straight chilling, just chilling. And his disciples are freaking out. Lord, are you going to save us? He gets up. I love this. He's like, guys, I got this. Really? I got this. I got it covered.
I just remember him
That's what I love, right? Get this. I love this. I love this verse. That same Jesus, the same Jesus we read about, right? These amazing stories, these miracles. Yeah, hey, he's the same today. I got this. That's a good reason to want to get baptized. Yeah, to become a brother and sister in him. Yes, I want that. No fear. Do not be afraid. ISIS ain't got nothing on Jesus. Nothing. I got this. They were like, wait, who is this guy? The wind and waves literally just stopped. Can someone read this story for me? Or account, sorry. I don't like saying story. These are accounts passed down by real men. Emily, can you read it for me? Take your time. You know this, you've read it before, but it's good to think about. Can't read it, you cannot read it enough.
Immediately Jesus made his disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up onto the mountain by himself to pray. Now when evening came, he was alone there. But the boat was now in the middle of the sea, tossed by the waves, for the wind was contrary. Now in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went to them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, "It is a ghost," and they cried out for fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them, saying, "Be of good cheer, it is I, do not be afraid." And Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." So he said, "Come." And when Peter had come down off the boat, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw the wind was boisterous, he was afraid and was beginning to sink and cried out, saying, "Lord, save me." And immediately Jesus stretched out his hand and caught him and said, "Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt?" And when they ceased on the boat, the wind ceased. And when those who were in the boat came and worshipped him, saying, "Truly you are the Son of God."
Thank you. So much in that. There's so much. The first thing that just stood out to me, which I haven't thought about before, as soon as Peter said, "Lord, save me," he was like, right away. As soon as Peter reached out, Jesus was like, "I got you. I got you." So it says he sent him out, Sea of Galilee, the same sea. This is it. He said he went out to the mountainside. I love that. There's so much evidence of the Bible being true. Like if there were no mountains near the sea, it'd be like, oh, that's a little suspect. No, it's surrounded by mountains. I think it might have been this mountain, Mount Arbel, or Arbel. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it kind of overlooks the whole sea. It says Jesus went up there to pray. You know, pray to his Father for peace, for strength. Jesus knew God. Jesus knows God better than anyone, loves God, and knew God was always with him. He went up there to pray, and it says he sees his disciples. They're kind of getting pushed out into the middle of the sea. They're going to go over here to, I think, Bethsaida. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so. But they were getting pushed out, and he's watching them. I love it. He's up there watching them. Just like he's watching us. Maybe he's seeing like, are they going to freak out again? Right? So it says it came down. It came down to him. I'm not sure how he got down. He might have walked down. I'm not sure how he got down, but this is Mount Arbel. And so I love it. He says he walks on the water. Walks on the water. Peter, come. That took faith for Peter, right? That's ignoring the facts. You'll sink. You'll sink, man. He said, nope. He knew Jesus. The same Jesus. Peace. I got this. Same Jesus. I just came across this verse recently. I was like, whoa, that is a game changer. Today, Saturday, March 4th, 2017, the same Jesus that walked on water. And he tells us this. He tells us this. He said, people will faint from terror. He said, this is going to happen. Apprehensive of what is coming on the world. He said, this will happen. But he did not want us. He said, I've told you these things. I've told you these things are going to happen so that in me you may have peace. I said, that's a great reason to be baptized, I think. To become in Jesus, to put Jesus on God raised Jesus above all power and authority, above the angels, to be a brother and sister in Him, especially with what's happening in the world. He said, I've told you these things that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. But take courage. I have overcome the world. I love that. Let's remember this, guys. When things are happening, when you're maybe scared about what's happening in the world, or you don't know how to, deal with a friend, or he's like, I've overcome the world. Take courage, he says. Take courage. So he says, you are from below. I am from above. You are of this world. Okay, we are. We are. How can we not be of this world? He says, you are of this world. We are. I am not of this world, he says. He says, I am the light of this world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will. I love that. But will, it's a promise. Whoever follows me, and I gotta keep him in my mind, because sometimes I get off path. If I follow him, I will have the light of life. Any comments, questions?
So that's the loophole.
That's it. God loved us so much. God loved Rebecca so much that He gave you Jesus. I love that. It's dangerous knowing that verse in Sunday school so early on. John 3:16, we know it. But I like stopping there sometimes. God loved me so much that He gave me Jesus. The creator of the universe and the earth gave me Jesus. That's powerful. Do we want to follow Him? Do we want to follow Him, or do we want to go our own way? We want to go down here? Go down here? That's our choice. And that's what I love. It's a choice. He doesn't make us follow Him. He said, I am the way. Do you want success? Do you want to be full? Do you want to be happy? Follow me. Yeah? So do not be scared, guys. That's the thing. And so, if you're at the place where I was when I was your age, I was kind of tired of my parents saying, He's coming back. He's coming back very soon. Prophecy. Oh man, every day, prophecy. I'm into it now. And so, instead of going there, right, thinking He's coming back soon, I think we should start with, let's get to know Him. Right? Because we're not going to want Him to come back if we don't know Him. Right? Once we get to know him, we'll want him to come back. We want to meet him face to face. And you're not going to want to follow him if you don't know him, right? No one wants to follow anyone if you don't know him. No one does that, right? So instead of going there with your mind like he's coming back soon, right? Maybe you're not there yet, and that's okay. Let's get to know him now, so we'll want him to come back. Cool. I think it's a 15-minute break. Again. Already?
That was fast.
I'll see you at 11.